Well, this is it. We've seen it before. This time Pat Cummins stays on his feet. Mohamed Abbas, what were you doing? Oh, Mohamed Abbas, once he hits the stumps, he's gone. No, he's out. That's it. It's all over with a run out. The Aussies win the test match and they clean sweep the series. Great work from Pat Cummins. Hasn't he done that before at the Adelaide Oval?
Yeah, he has. He lined it up. He took his time, Pat Cummins. And Abbas trying to get down the other end. Not sure the reason why. They've been Risal Pakistan for 239 after 82 overs. And what a win for Australia.
2-0 to Australia.
The
Two
Adelaide Oval
inning
is a
defeats
picture
for Pakistan. 100 for Babar Azam, 100 for Yasir Shah. Some good innings from Mohammad Rizwan and a good 97 from Babar as well. Really, really hard-fought bowling from Shaheen Afridi, the 19-year-old. But a very dismal series for Pakistan. With me, I've got Ahmed Khwaja. Ahmed Hassan's on his way to Islamabad today, and he's going to be with us live for the Pindi Test, actually. So that's some good news for us. But I have to say, Khwaja, this series went even worse than I predicted it to be. I thought we were going to manage a draw or even win one test match. I know that you and Ahmed were pretty hellbound on the fact that we're not going to come away with anything, but did you predict 2 inning defeats?
Assalamu alaikum, Musaad, and welcome to all our listeners. Yaar, I knew it was going to end badly looking at our bowling lineup, but our batting ka jo no-show tha in all 4 innings, that was really disappointing apart from Babar Azam and Rizwan in 1 innings. So that was where I felt that we really lacked. Chalo, bowling to inexperienced thi. Yasir Shah bhi day 1 pe bowling kar raha. He was going to struggle in Australia, obviously. But I was hoping कि यार थोड़ा हमारी बैटिंग थोड़ी फाइट दिखाती जैसे पिछले टूर में अजहर अली ने और क्या नाम है इसका असद शफीक and even Yunus Khan made hundreds. Nobody really stepped up apart from Bobby.
Babar, Yasir, and even Rizwan had some good innings. Like it was good looking from him, and even that 34 where he gave his wicket away. My problem with the batting, and we're starting with the batting, fair enough, because that's what we did. First innings, first test. There was too many wickets that we gave away. I know that the Australian attack is probably the best in the world, or maybe behind the Indian attack at number 2. But the fact remains that Bobby got out 4 times. All 4 wickets were outside the off stump, 6th or 7th stump. That's not good enough for the best batsmen that Pakistan have. Rizwan gave his wickets away. The less said about the openers, the better. Okay, Azhar got a few good deliveries, but then again in this last test match, he was playing outside the off stump far too much. Same thing with Asad Shafiq, playing down the leg side to an off spinner. That's ordinary at best. You expect a lot more from him, and we expected a lot more from him. He got a 50, but again, that's not going to amount to much. It's just this fact that, is it the fact that you're playing in Australia that these wickets are going down? Because honestly, those deliveries do not warrant wickets. I understand, again, Azhar Ali in that first innings in the first test match, I get it. It was a good one. Shan Masood got a few good deliveries. But again, Shan gets set, Asad gets set, Babar gets set, and you give your wicket away. That's just not going to lead up to good scores.
Yeah, this is the breakdown of our 4 innings on this series. 89 for 5, 25 for 3, 39 for 2, and it was 89 for 5 again, I believe, in the 89 for 5 again in the first innings of the second test, and the 4th innings आपके सामने ही है.
Yeah.
वो भी हम collapse कर गए थे. तो फिर जब आप उनको
We could have ended up with a lead in that 4th innings. We'll get back.
बिल्कुल यार, अब इन ड्रॉप इन पिचेस, देयर बैटिंग विकेट्स यार, देयर प्योर बेल्टर्स. आपने देखा था कि ऑस्ट्रेलियन जो फास्ट बॉलर थे वो भी बेबस हो गए थे. उनसे यासिर शाह नहीं आउट हो रहा था यार.
एक पार्टनरशिप की वजह से इतने बेबस हो गए थे कि वो उसको स्लेज कर रहे थे, मूसा को.
एग्जैक्टली. तो
yeah,
आप अगर आपने उनको एटलीस्ट गो टो टू टो विद देम ऑन योर बैटिंग, और एक्सपीरियंस बैटिंग थी. ये तो नहीं था कि कोई न्यू कमर्स तो नहीं थे. शान, अजहर, हारिस और ये सब काफी एक्सपीरियंस्ड हो गए हैं.
The sad part is that the experience that we were relying on is the exact thing that we failed with. Because Azhar, as much as I like him, really didn't get going. Shafiq, I like him a lot too, but again, not good enough. Shan Masood, he can't even defend the ball straight. You mentioned this on Twitter, and you know, Ponting mentioned this as well.
हाँ, so सीधी बैट वो उसे बॉल नहीं रोकी जाती. And he got starts about 3-4 times in the series, and he didn't make it count once.
He should have had at least 100. But let's move on to
मतलब he does the bare minimum to survive. कि he goes above, you know. कोई complain नहीं करता कि ये क्या गंद मारा है, लेकिन ये बड़ा स्कोर भी नहीं करता. तो फिर हम किधर हैं इस बंदे के साथ?
But you know, I want to talk about the batting just a little bit, because obviously there were plenty of failures, but a few good things in the batting as well. Compared to India, who actually beat Australia. Now, obviously, that was a weakened Australian side. The Indians refused to play at the Gabba. All those permutations aside, it's still not easy going down under and winning. Pakistan actually scored more runs than them in their first 2 matches. So the fact remains, and I mentioned this at the start of the series, you don't win Test cricket by just getting runs. The ultimate test is to get 20 wickets. And the truth is that Pakistan had 13 wickets in the entire series. Mitchell Starc had 14. So the ultimate failure for the series is not the batsmen, it's the bowlers.
नहीं बट मुसाद इट्स ऑल टाइट टुगेदर ना ठीक है हाँ यार हमें तो पता ही था हमारे बॉलर इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड है अब्बास हमने देखा ही हैड अ शोल्डर प्रॉब्लम एंड ही हैजंट बीन द सेम बॉलर सिंस शाहीन बोल्ड वेरी वेल बट ही हैड नो सपोर्ट यासिर शाह बेचारा हमेशा डे 1 डे 2 पे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बॉलिंग कर रहा है ही इज नॉट गोना गेट एनीथिंग ऑफ द विकेट
ridiculous. He's bowling around 40 overs each innings.
In 3 of the 5 tests we've played in Australia in the past 3 years, he's been bowling first on day 1.
Yeah.
और हम शुरू से विकेट नहीं ले रहे 0 for 100, 0 for 80, 100 for 1 पे वो आके बॉलिंग कर रहा है तो वो क्या करेगा यार स्पिन पहले ही नहीं मिल रही और वो इट्स ट्रू बैटिंग विकेट्स यू कैन हिट थ्रू द लाइन देयर इज गुड बाउंस सो दे आर नॉट वरीड अबाउट वेरिएबल बाउंस तो ही इज गेटिंग नथिंग नो सपोर्ट फ्रॉम एनी एंड इन द एंड ही हैड टू स्कोर विद द बैट टू मेक हिज पॉइंट
To be honest, a lot of people on Twitter and a lot of people online as well were saying, "Oh, Yasser's gone for 200 or Yasser's gone for 150."
उसकी क्या गलती है यार
I don't blame him at all because again, it's a wicket. Even if you look at besides that last innings that Pakistan played, Nathan Lyon was struggling as well. That's home conditions for him. It's the Pacers that were supposed to come to the party. Obviously, Hassan Ali injured, Mohammad Amir Wahab. I'm not really sure why. I mean, they chose not to play Test cricket. Fair enough. Not fair enough. I disagree with that, but fair enough. But with the talent that we had, we expected a little bit more. Here's what Ricky Ponting had some really choice words. I'll play them now.
And they're undermanned. Their
यार Ricky Ponting से पूछो
really for a test
okay
attack.
play the
I'm
clip
not
no
sure I've
worries
seen a worse bowling attack on our shores in a long time, and I'm not being critical of them. That's just what they've got. That's the guys they've decided to pick for this tour. I still can't understand why the 16-year-old's not played this game. The same after last week. I'm not hearing any injury reports or anything, and they go with another guy that's played 7 first-class games and just doesn't look to be a test match bowler. So.
Yeah, some real choice words. He said, I've never seen a worse bowling attack on Australian shores, but at the same time, insult to injury, he said he's not actually blaming the Pakistanis, it's just what they have at their disposal. He went on to say why the team did not play that second match because no injuries were reported. And then he even talked about Mohammad Musa coming in with just 7 first-class matches and saying that he doesn't even look like a test match bowler. Now, we talked about this on WhatsApp before you were driving over here. This attack was just not suitable for Australia. And I understand with Waqar at the helm in terms of the bowling department, things are supposed to get better. But it's a lot to ask even for Waqar to train a bowling attack within a month for the hardest place to tour for a Pakistani side.
नहीं आप बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो यार हम देखो वी हैड 2 ऑप्शंस ईदर we lost our main frontline bowlers के भाई वहाब आमिर और हसन की आपने बात की द सेकंड ऑप्शन वाज सोहेल खान उमर गुल जुनैद खान राहत अली अब यार इनको आप लेके जाते तो क्या मिलना था आपको
We tried Imran Khan. My goodness, that
he was garbage
horrific.
he is garbage
Horrific.
his test career is basically over.
Yeah.
So the other option was that you go for the completely raw young guns and that's what we did and we've seen in the past यार वसीम वकार ने भी कोई इतने कोई 20-30 फर्स्ट क्लास मैच नहीं खेले हुए थे ऐसे लोग टीम में नहीं आता उमर गुल I remember back in 2003 he barely played any first class and he was playing test matches against
But
India.
do you reckon Pakistan need to change this system that the fact that we just throw people into the ring of fire?
Yeah, Pat Cummins, he hadn't even played first class cricket before he debuted for Australia.
But
so when
that's
you
not
get
the
that
mold.
exceptional talent, तो बंदा risk ले लेता है, especially in the pace bowling.
I understand, and again, Pakistan have done that with many players. They did that with.
और
Shoaib
आपको
as
ये
well.
याद रखना चाहिए this tour was not supposed to happen first. पहले हमने श्रीलंका से खेलना था, but you know circumstances ऐसे
Lanka
बनते
got
कि
pushed down.
श्रीलंका ने डिले कर दिया फिर उन्होंने कहा ठीक है यार हम फिर दिसंबर में आएंगे वरना हम चाहते थे कि वो उसी वक्त टेस्ट खेले but you know we're not in a position to we don't have any leverage in that department
Yeah,
right now.
this is the other side of the cricket that we're really dangerously slipping on. The economics of it have left us so far behind that we don't get to.
नहीं इकोनॉमिक्स भी इंटरनेशनल वो जो हमारा एक परसेप्शन है पाकिस्तान का
Exactly, and we don't really have a lot of bargaining chips on our side.
शुक्र करो वो आ रहे हैं यार
Exactly, I mean,
अब 10 साल एनिवर्सरी बनाने आ रहे हैं जो
Exactly.
उनके साथ बेचारों के साथ हैंड हुआ है
India are going to Australia. They're choosing where to play, when to play, what ball to play with. who to play
Exactly.
with. And all due respect to that team, that really does help. But we need to transition.
और आप ये नोटिस करो ये वाला पिंक बॉल है ये तो स्विंग ही नहीं हो रहा था अंडर लाइट्स.
नहीं, बिल्कुल
इट
भी
डिडंट मूव एट ऑल.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं हो रहा.
पहले 2 साल इंडिया ऑब्जेक्ट करता रहा हमने नहीं खेलने. फिर उन्होंने फुल एक सेरेमनी की है. इन्होंने भी जी शाइन चेंज करवा दी बॉल की. बॉल स्विंग नहीं होता था तो इंडिया जी शेख हसीना को बुला रहा है डे नाइट टेस्ट खेलने के लिए. सो दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ मैशिनेशंस दैट हैपन बिहाइंड द सीन्स इन इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट.
Well, Clive is online.
In cricket.
And he's asking us to shift to the PSL. We'll get there. Before we move to the PSL, I want your takeaways of this.
उधर भी डिप्रेशन होने लगी मेरी.
I want your takeaway, your final thoughts on the Australia series before we.
The biggest problem is that Azhar Ali did not look assured in his batting or his captaincy on this tour. उसका क्या बनेगा? बाबर आजम enhanced his reputation. हमने कहा था यार he has to make a stamp his authority on international cricket in the test arena.
Yep.
He did that. Unlucky to get out on 97 यार. The shot was on, but I think he got a bit nervous. थोड़ा back foot हो रहा था वरना वो drive के लिए ball उधर थी. And Shaheen Shah, he did really well on this tour. So our two जो main stars हैं batting और bowling में they showed some good performances.
Reverse swing 515. Pakistan's bowling average 88.69 was the worst by any Pakistan team touring in the 13 series that they've done in Australia. Fourth worst by any team touring Australia overall, 107 series, and 11th worst by any team touring away, 700 series.
Yeah, this is an Ashes winning Australian team, and we have got 2 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds in our side. Our 3 bowlers, they have a combined age of 18. Shaheen, Musa और Naseem. तो ठीक है यार, कोई बात नहीं. It's a learning curve.
When you say this, Khwaja, what I hear, and again, I'm a Pakistan fan too, what I hear is that we're just not good enough.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. अब देखो हमारा main target honestly win your home series, and in the England tour coming up you can do something there and beat South Africa at home. These are the main targets. आपने बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका, South Africa को घर पे हराना, and maybe you can win in England. I think we can win in England.
I know you're a staunch Misbah supporter. What do you make of his antics at these series?
यार जब आप हार रहे होते हो then nothing looks good and nothing looks up to the mark. But I understood the decision to take these raw bowlers to Australia. ठीक है, फिर they struggle, वो perform नहीं कर पाए, इसलिए तो obviously आप criticize तो हो गए. ऊपर से अजहर अली को कैप्टन बनाना, सरफराज, मैंने कहा था ना, it's the best way to get selected is just wait outside for the ones in the middle to fail.
But the like for like replacement for Sarfraz has actually performed well. I'm a big Sarfraz supporter, but I think Rizwan is making a case for himself.
यार मसला ये शान मसूद और रिजवान और ये लोग जब हमें ज़रूरत होती है ना स्कोर करने की तब ये स्कोर करते नहीं है. सेकंड इनिंग्स में आके आप जी बच बचाव करा लेते हो. असद शफीक अपना बच बचाव करा लेता है, फिर बंदा क्या बोले यार इन लोगों को.
Right, we'll move on to the PSL.
Yes, some good, slightly better scenarios.
A topic that is lighter, a topic that, it's great for me as a Quetta fan. Great season, great retentions. I feel it was almost a perfect pick. I got to give it out. Shout out to Nabil Hashmi. He's been doing a terrific job with Quetta when it comes to the draft and the retentions. He's making sure that we are going in as a championship winning side next season as well. We've seen it in the tournaments past that when you win a PSL, sides get complacent, they take the foot off their gas. Doesn't look the case with Quetta. But we'll go team by team. We'll start off with the most successful team in the history of the PSL, Islamabad United.
अच्छा मैं समझा लाहौर की बात कर रहा हूँ.
Team retentions, Shadab Khan, Fahim Ashraf is also the brand ambassador for some reason. Asif Ali, Luke Ronki, Hussain Talat, Ahmad Butt, Rizwan Hussain, and Musa Khan.
Yeah.
What do you make of Hussain Talat being retained? I know
he is a very good batsman for them, and I would think of him as a Pakistan product, to be quite a Pakistan.
He's had his chances in the green, but he hasn't delivered in the green.
He hasn't delivered for sure, but out of the young crop that we have in the domestic cricket, left-hand middle-order batsman, I like his game. He has a 360 game, but thoda mentally weak hai. So Islamabad have 2 platinum picks because they have demoted Fahim. So they will be looking at, I think they need a fast bowler because they got rid of Sami and the Roman Reis ko retain nahi kiya. So maybe they'll be looking at Dale Steyn. That could be a very good opportunity for them, unless Karachi,
It's something I want to mention here, and I think this is how teams are also finding a flaw in the system as well. Fahim has been demoted to Diamond, but he's also been given the brand ambassador job. So he's going to make up that money through the brand ambassador gig.
Yeah. That's how they do it.
But is that fair?
यार इट्स अ लूप होल अब ये, क्योंकि इन्होंने ये अमेरिकन स्टाइल ड्राफ्ट सिस्टम रखा हुआ है उसमें कि एक दो लूप होल उन्होंने दिए हुए टू कीप योर स्टार प्लेयर्स. आई डोंट लाइक इट बट इट्स देयर फॉर एवरी टीम.
Doesn't seem fair to me because at the end of the day then you're kind of breaking away from the whole financial fair play of it all, right? And even with Luke Ronki, he's been demoted to gold, but he's now mentor.
He's gold, are you sure?
Yeah, he's gold and he's gone in as a mentor.
यार अब
so he's going to make up that platinum money through that.
Islamabad United वाले बड़े चलाक हैं.
But what do you feel about their
नहीं selections तो इनकी बिल्कुल solid है.
Yeah.
The core of the team is there.
Yeah.
Asif, Fahim and all these guys. And Ronki, and they'll be looking for basically somebody in the middle order. Rizwan Hussain did really well in the national T20 coming in the middle order
he
for
did. I
Central.
think that's a good idea. And he hasn't played for Islamabad yet, as much as he should have. Clive is complaining that the entire system is unfair. We're gonna have to shed a little bit more light on that. But what I do want to mention, here is that Islamabad, they're building. What I like about these retentions is that they're clearly building a team around a nucleus. They've got their Shadab, they've got Fahim, they've got Asif Ali, and they know they're going with them.
और तलत और ये 4-5 इनके ये पक्के प्लेयर
Ronki is that.
हैं. ऊपर से मूसा भी इनको emerging में मिल गया.
Exactly, it's a good pick. They've always been really good with emerging picks.
So basically, they have 2 diamonds and 2 platinums. So they're stacked, yeah. They can do a real madness in
They
the
really
draft.
have, and the draft is all open for them. What else we got? I did want to mention that Islamabad United, they might have that core player group that they want to go with, but they have a massive change in management. No Red Book, no Dino. So that is going to change how they behave at the draft, and it's going to change how they behave at the PSL.
But I think जो उनका main think tank है, that's still there in the management. Plus Waqar, I'm not sure if he gets to keep his job. अगर Misbah को, it's heavily rumored that he's going to be their coach. तो Misbah Waqar combo उधर भी चल रहा है.
That's a massive conflict of interest.
It is a PCB ने बड़ी एक lopsided logic दी है कि भाई हम Misbah को experience देना चाहते हैं. That's a bogus.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Bogus excuse. But लेकिन अब you make the rules as long you just create the rules. तो कोई आपको कुछ कहने वाला भी नहीं है. क्या कह सकते हैं इनको? So they'll be looking at maybe I'm surprised they didn't retain Hales. अगर Hales इनके पास होता, Hales, Ronki,
Hales didn't perform for them last season though, and he's not playing for England.
नहीं, but I think he played a few games in Karachi. पहले तो वो busy था, तो फिर वो बाद में आया था. He played a good innings, I remember, against KK or somebody.
I think in that first.
Or JP Dumini is also has history with them, so they might like him back. Shane Watson भी late announcement किए, but since Quetta have the first pick,
Watto's staying with us, I think. But we'll move on to the appreciated, underrepresented team on our cast, the Multan Sultans. Mohammed Irfan in the platinum category, Shahid Khan Afridi in the diamond, but he's also
यार मलिक को इन लोगों ने retain नहीं किया. That sounds really insane. शान मसूद को आपने retain कर लिया है,
James
but no
Vince.
Malik. Vince is good.
Junaid Khan, Shan Masood, Ali Shafiq, he played
he was
really well,
decent.
great season last one, and Muhammad Ilyas, who also had a good season.
वो ठीक था. I don't see that he's an outstanding bowler, but not bad.
If I gave you a pick between Afridi and Malik, 9 times out of 10 for T20 franchise cricket, you would be picking Malik.
It's quite.
What's happened here?
बस ये अफरीदी को ये स्टार फैक्टर पे इन्होंने रखा है, तो मलिक को भी रख लेते हैं. आपको ऐसी क्या बुराई थी
यार? Malik is killing it.
और इन्होंने
South
उमर
African
सिद्दीक,
league
he
now
was really good last year as a keeper batsman, जो ऊपर आया था विंस के साथ. He made some runs. उसको इन लोगों ने रिलीज कर दिया. For शान मसूद, what is the point of शान मसूद? barely has a point in test cricket. आप उसको T20 में retain कर रहे हो. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about these.
But the thing
picks.
is, the good thing with them, they have lots of picks. They have like 2 platinum picks. They have 2 diamonds picks. They have a lot of flexibility in the draft.
Yeah.
So they could perhaps do something big in the draft. They have quite a few options. They have some late picks, of course. हमने देखा क्वेटा को ही सारी picks इन्होंने दे दी हैं.
Yeah.
But they can do something in the draft.
Where do you see Multan finishing?
And they have the first emerging Kip कह रहा हूँ, the pick.
Yeah.
And they're going to take Akif Javed, who was a very outstanding swing left-arm bowler in the national T20.
Right.
So no doubt they will take him. He was very
Naseem
good.
Shah is in the draft, but he's already.
Naseem
with
Shah
Quetta.
is already with Quetta. So they've already
he hasn't
locked
played
up.
for us yet.
Yeah, he was injured last
Hasn't
year.
played for us yet, so that's going to be interesting too,
Yeah.
because we saw that he can really, really crank it up. So within 4 overs, that should be good to see. But again, Multan, I'm not sure why they haven't captained. They haven't gone with Malik. Malik's been doing well in the Caribbean and South Africa. If I was building,
it looks like they're going to draft a big player and make him the captain too. Captaincy candidate.
No, I think the captaincy is going to Shahid Afridi.
I think वो पहले ही 2 दफा उसने छोड़ दिया, तो इस दफा क्यों उसको? Why didn't they announce him as captain already if he was going to be
That's
that
also
thing?
a good point. That's also a good point.
Maybe they'll be looking at somebody like who could be the captain in the team. Maybe Hashim Amla or somebody like that to bring him in.
Yeah, if they go with
straight away.
Hashim, and again, Hashim has his shots, especially in the power play, to get them off to a good start. Again, Multan were a half-cooked team last year. They didn't
Yeah, they
look
got
like
a bit
were
lucky.
gonna-
Steve Smith injured हो गया.
Yeah.
Dre भी आया और चला गया. You know, they had some key injuries. अगर Smith होता मलिक और अफरीदी के साथ उस टीम में, और Vince भी होता, they could have had a good lineup. But they've been unlucky
Are you
the
seeing
past
them
2
in the
years.
playoffs this season?
In the playoffs, let's see how the draft goes. Abhi to it's quite early to say. It
Early
depends
days,
on the
but-
team composition.
But, you know, unlike Islamabad United, that nucleus it doesn't seem to be forming for Multan.
हाँ लाहौर और इनका तो कोई न्यूक्लियस नहीं है बल्कि इन पे तो न्यूक्लियर बम ही फटे हुए हैं कोई भी टीम कोर नहीं है इनके पास.
Well, speaking of Lahore, we'll move on
Oh,
to
yeah.
the noisiest
The Kalandas.
the noisiest team at the PSL. They're always erratic. They're always picking these crazy bowlers that can bowl with their feet and their arms and their legs and all of this. And they've got Fakhr Zaman, Mohammad Hafiz, David Wisa. Glad that they retained him. Shaheen Shah Afridi, Usman Shinwari. That
that
poached
was
from,
interesting.
from Karachi. Sohail Akhtar, who can hit the ball long.
Yeah.
Haris Rauf and Salman Butt.
यार सलमान बट टू रिटेंशंस कंप्लीटली डोंट मेक सेंस. डेविड वीजा को आपने डायमंड में रखा हुआ है यार, आपको क्या जरूरत है? ही इज अ डब्ल्यू ऑल राउंडर. दे वन यू नो 6 एंड यू हैव plenty of those
Didn't he
in
win you
Pakistan
2
cricket.
games last season?
He did, but वो तो हमें डेवचिच ने भी जिताए हैं, फिर then he faded away. You know, we have these kind of randoms who win us games.
Yeah.
But वीजा के इतना कोई हाई क्लास प्लेयर नहीं कि आपने उसको डायमंड में रख लिया है. And the problem is they have no diamond picks now, so they can't go after Tom Banton, who I was dying to see in my team.
Well, Banton could get relegated, but I don't think he will.
कोई यार
Considering his
मैं तो
form,
कह रहा हूँ उसको लोग वाइल्ड कार्ड में उठा लेंगे उसको
yeah,
फटाफट.
he's definitely going to be picked up.
So they have no diamonds. They only have one foreign pick left in platinum because they retained Hafiz and Fakhr in platinum, and they let go of Lamichane. So they have a big hole there.
I don't understand that. I don't understand. Khwaja, you know,
Visa तो बिल्कुल भी
there's
नहीं समझ आया.
There's one tweet that you put out recently that I thought was on the money about those 3 things that you need to win
बिल्कुल
a
यार,
PSL,
PSL
and
में.
Lahore have neither of them. You take us through that.
भाई आपको एक विकेट कीपर ओपनर आपको चाहिए. कामरान अकमल, लूक रॉन्की and
Yeah.
these kinds of guys you need. And,
Sarfraz
and
Ahmed.
because there's a lot of leg spin and a lot of left arm spin in PSL, so you have to have a left hand middle order batsman who can slog sweep them
We
over
had that
mid
KP.
wicket.
We had KP at that place for a while. as
बिल्कुल,
quite a-
you need to have a left middle order batsman. हमने देखा है JP Duminy did really well.
Yep.
Riley Russo has done really well.
Yep.
And Colin Ingram has done really well in PSL. So you need that. And of course you need an ace leg spinner. That's the absolute basic for any T20 team. They all favor the attacking spinner. Shadab है और ये क्या नाम है, Osama Mir did really well. Lamichane did well. Yasir Shah did well. All these guys. So you must have a leg spinner in
What's
the
the
T20
logic
team.
behind letting Sandeep go?
Yeah, I honestly don't. Maybe he's not worth a platinum pick. I think that's a fair comment.
But
कि
he
he's
was
not worth.
incredible for Lahore last season.
I think they might be targeting Rashid Khan or maybe what's his name, Imran Tahir, to draft in the platinum.
Yeah,
If they get Rashid
yeah.
Khan,
If they get
so
Rashid
if they have
Khan,
Shinwar, that's a killer bowling lineup.
No, Rashid Khan's a platinum pick for me because he can bat too.
No doubt.
He can bat too, and obviously his 4 overs are priceless for
And
any
Mohammad
T20
Nabi
side.
could be a very shrewd pick in platinum. He's not worth platinum. I think diamond तक कोई लोग उठा लेंगे, but
Who's that other spinner from Afghanistan? Who's the tall guy who's actually very effective?
Mujib
Yeah,
Rahman.
Mujibur Rahman.
I think he might be busy. I'm not sure.
I
if
think
he's
Quetta had him as a supplement.
He's there in the platinums as
Yeah.
well.
He's just gotten better as he
I
goes.
imagine if Zalmi gets somebody like Mujib or Rashid Khan. Look
Yeah.
at their bowling lineup: Wahab, Hassan Ali, and this guy. They'll be unbeatable. And they got Kieran Pollard. They retained him as well. So you know.
Usman Shinwari, what do you feel about him? I know you've been critical of him when he plays for Pakistan because he's a bit erratic. He comes in and takes a 5 for next game he goes for 80.
उसका ये है ना hit or miss bowler है, but
Yeah.
I think for PSL जो हमने देखा हमारे जो PSL में बैटिंग है, they can't really play fast bowling. इतने कोई खास player नहीं है.
True.
We haven't
Especially
discovered
domestic
any big
talent.
batting talent recently. So I think Shinwari, Rauf, Shaheen is a very good pace battery. लेकिन राहत अली भी ठीक था last year. So I don't understand why they had to waste a diamond on Shinwari, let go of Rahat, and on top of that they've retained Visa. जिसका यार he's an average all-rounder, इतना कोई खास player नहीं है.
In a T20 lineup, in a bowling lineup, I would pick Shinwari over Rahat because Shinwari's got the pace.
Of course you would pick him. I don't mind that. I didn't mind that trade that उन्होंने relegation request डाली थी कराची ने और इन लोगों ने कहा no we'll take him in diamond.
take him.
But Visa आपने अपने सारी diamond categories बंद कर दी. That's completely insane यार.
There is that nucleus forming in Lahore though now. This is because they kept changing captains, they kept changing managers.
मसला ये Hafiz was injured last
Yeah.
year, so we never really got to see
But
him.
now I see that the team is revolving around Hafiz, Fakhr, Shaheen, and David Wisa.
And you can say Rauf as well.
But
Rauf
Har's
is a
second
key.
season in, so I mean it's
You can say they're the 3-4
Yeah.
anchor players. I agree.
But Saab's not gonna get a game.
Who?
But's not gonna get a game.
यार लेकिन फिर retain क्यों किया उन्होंने उसको?
I don't know. But
यही
he's
नहीं
definitely
समझ आ
not
रही.
gonna get a game.
अब मसला ये है because if they're going to address their if they get Rashid for example, you wasted one pick on a bowler, and in gold you have to pick a foreigner. तो अगर आपको keeper batsman see, I see Ben Dunk is there, so you can take him.
Not a bad
After that, then you'd have to then you have big holes in your middle order at 5 and 4 and 5. So for that you'll have to go in the silver or in the supply. Silver में आपके पास है Saif Badr है, Khushdil Shah है.
I think Khushdil might be a good option.
Khushdil is a good pick. I think some team will pick him up. He'll be
But it's
interesting.
funny because Lahore seemed to be a team that were so swayed by public opinion, and a lot of these picks.
Yeah, they literally did a Facebook poll to get Chris Lynn. Yeah.
Exactly, and then and we also saw that a lot of teams pick players because of their brand value. Then Lahore go completely against the grain and choose
ये तो
Salman Butt.
प्योरली एक हाँ एग्जैक्टली बट का क्या काम था
Butt का क्या-
अब
बाकी
आपका क्या
brand
प्लान है
hurt
यू
होती
वांट टू
है।
ओपन विद बट एंड फखर एंड देन वन डाउन इज हफीज देन व्हाट अबाउट 4 5 6 व्हाट अबाउट दोस क्रूशियल बैटिंग स्पॉट्स हु आर यू गोना टेक देयर
Streaking Death is saying Shinwari is actually better than Muhammad Amir. I think that's a far-fetched
यार
claim.
आमिर का ये है ना कि स्टडी बॉलर है आपको पता है कि चलो विकेट नहीं लेगा बट मार भी नहीं खाएगा सो इन T20 इकोनॉमी रेट इज मच मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन यू नो
Yeah.
most of those
Alam
teams.
7891 also saying why doesn't
एंड वी
Lahore-
डिडंट टॉक अबाउट रुमान रईस को यार इन्होंने रिटेन नहीं किया ही वाज देयर कैप्टेंसी प्रोस्पेक्ट इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम
Yeah, it's been a fall from
और
grace.
समी को भी निकाल दिया सो आई थिंक दे हैव टू गो फॉर अ फास्ट बॉलर टॉप फास्ट
Well,
बॉलर
we saw Rehan's tweet before the retentions were announced. He was quite emotive about it. He said that T20 cricket is a cutthroat business, and we like to keep people, but you can't always keep people that have contributed to the team. But really, Mohammad Sami, he's won them 2 titles. Like his contribution was almost the most important out of all of the bowlers that they had.
Mohammad Sami could be a really good fit in Karachi Kings or
Yeah.
in Multan. They could really use a guy like
Rahman
him.
Reis, again, injuries have not been kind to him. Remember that field?
Another guy who could end up at Kings. I can definitely see him in that bowling lineup with Amir and if they don't get Dale Steyn, I think Dale Steyn will be their main 100% priority. He's doing well in MSL as well.
Yes.
So if Amir, Steyn and who's the other guy they have, the third pacer?
How much would you pay to see another episode of Steyn versus Hafiz?
In a Karachi Lahore match, that will be ridiculous.
That would be
yaar.
something really.
मजा आएगा.
That's a story.
That will be damn
That's
crazy.
a story that would add love.
और अगर लाहौर या कराची में ये मैच होना तो डबल मजा आएगा
yeah,
यार.
yeah,
Definitely.
that really would be a wonderful viewing for the PSL. I'm not sure if Hafiz is a big fan. I'm pretty sure Hafiz wants to stay at the Qalandar so he doesn't have to face him in the
यार
games.
नहीं अब आई थिंक हमारे पास कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है. राशिद खान अगर हमें मिल जाए तो फिर I would be satisfied.
Clive makes a couple good points. He said that Qalandars have to pick 2 overseas in their first 2 picks.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Afghanis are only available for half of the season.
अच्छा.
So these are very
हाँ
valid
मैंने क्लाइव से
points.
डिस्कस he said Puran could be a decent pick because he can
Or
bat.
even Amre Amin, by the way.
आमिर
People-
यमीन तो रिटेन हो गया ना कराची में.
Yeah. But I just think that he's really gonna step up, and if he does well at the PSL, we might see him at the 2020 World Cup because we're lacking that fast bowling all rounder. We put our eggs in Fahim's basket, but he's just not coming through.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Peshawar Zalmi. They're 1 championship under their belt. They're
Yeah.
always there and abouts, always in the playoffs. They've got those big personalities in Darren Sammy. They've got Kieran Pollard right now as well. Wahab Riaz, Hassan Ali. They are the brand at the PSL. They're the loudest team out there. They're the most attractive team in terms of the amount of fans that they attract.
Yeah.
They've got Imam Ul Haq. So he's another personality as well.
I think he's a good pick for PSL. उसने runs किए थे
Oh, of
पिछले
course,
PSL में.
Imam's a very decent batsman on top of the order. Yeah, he was supplementary last year, so he's made his way up into the gold category after his exploits with
And in
Pakistan.
his batting, you see there is room to improve and become a T20 player. You don't see with like the likes of Haris
yeah.
or these
Especially
other
with
guys.
the first 6 overs, Imam can really cash in. There's no, I really see Zalmi being in the final of the PSL again this year.
हाँ 2 final तो already खेल चुके हैं
I really think it
और
might,
एक जीत चुके हैं.
it might be another Pakhtun derby in the final, but it's just I don't see how with Wahab, Hassan, Pollard,
Yeah.
and Imam and Kamran Akmal were missing him.
Kamran Akmal,
Kamran, he
हाँ.
was just absolutely toys with the bowlers at the PSL. I don't see how Zalmi is not going to be in the final.
And they have their favorites like Chris Jordan को ये हमेशा उठा लेते हैं. David
Yes.
Malan को ये हर दफा
Yes.
draft करते हैं. If they get an ace spinner, if they get like Mujib or Rashid Khan or somebody like or Sandeep, even if they get that kind of guy in their team,
Yes.
इनकी bowling को तो कोई हरा ही नहीं सकता.
And again, that's the thing but these are very familiar names for Peshawar. They've built this team from day one. Wahab, Hassan,
And they've stuck to
Sami.
them, huh?
They've stuck to them, and they're now paying dividends, very clear dividends. So again, there's not much to talk about.
यार
for Peshawar.
एक दफ़ा टीम केमिस्ट्री इट्स अ वेरी रेयर थिंग टू गेट इनटू इन अ फ्रेंचाइज टीम कि यार आपके 5-6 प्लेयर साथ जेल हो जाएं, क्लिक हो जाए, एक विनिंग टीम बन जाए. दैट्स एब्सोल्यूट गोल्ड डस्ट एंड द लाइक्स ऑफ क्वेटा, इस्लामाबाद एंड ज़ल्मी हैव अचीव्ड दैट. दैट्स व्हाई दे हैव रेगुलर सक्सेस एवरी ईयर.
Counterpart for Lahore, another team that just has not performed, and it's the biggest city in Pakistan. So much behind this team. I know that the ownership is not very likable, but again, Karachi has a lot of representation in Pakistan. We want the team to do well, but they've just not performed. Babar Azam is going to be leading that order. Imad Wasim will remain as captain so far. Muhammad Amir, Iftikhar Ahmed, Amir Yamin, Osama Mir, and Umar Khan. So a Pakistani-dominated retentions from Karachi. They're going to have the pick of the lot in terms of the overseas picks now.
यार कराची दे हैव अ प्लैटिनम एंड अ डायमंड एंड देव गॉट सम गोल्ड पिक्स. सिल्वर में भी इनके पास काफ़ी चांसेस. आई थिंक देयर टीम ऑफ कोर्स दे लेट शिनवारी गो. दे डेफिनेटली हैव टू गेट डेल स्टेन एंड इंटरेस्टिंगली शर्जील खान इज देयर इन गोल्ड. सो इफ दे कैन गेट शर्जील खान, partner him up with Babar Azam.
Would you really pick Sharjeel right now? You don't really know what his form's like, his fitness is like. It's a bit of a wink at the dark with Sharjeel. He's been out of cricket for 2 years.
यार आई थिंक इट्स वर्थ अ गोल्ड पिक करने में क्या हर्ज है, यू नो. बट दे लेट गो ऑफ इनग्रम हु हिट अ सेंचुरी लास्ट ईयर, सो दैट्स वेरी सरप्राइजिंग.
127 against us.
तो यार कॉलिन इंग्रम को ही आपने निकाल दिया. ही वाज योर फाउंडेशन प्लेयर फॉर द पास्ट कपल ऑफ इयर्स. और लिविंगस्टोन को भी इन्होंने नहीं रखा.
I thought that Ingram was too inconsistent for Karachi.
He is, but he's won games for you know. और एक आपका एक एंकर था बाबर के नीचे, एक बंदा एक रिलायबल था, आप उसने उसको नहीं रखा. प्लस आपने लिविंगस्टोन who did really well last year उसको भी निकाल दिया. So I'm not quite sure which way this strategy is going right now.
I have a question for you though, Khwaja. It's a little bit of a power dynamic here. Babar Azam's going to be playing for Imad Wasim. He's the captain of the Pakistan side.
I think they should make Babar Azam their captain now.
Then what's going to happen to Imad Wasim? How is he going to feel?
जहन्नुम में जाए Imad Wasim. Who cares how he feels?
I mean, it's going to matter for Karachi. You know how close he is with the owners.
But they can say ना कि तुमने results ही नहीं prove किए, तुम फिर जलील हो गए. I think last 2 years he's been captain और कुछ they haven't gone past the playoff or eliminator. So they can say, "Bhai Babar Azam, you know, it's for their own brand. It's good that Babar Azam, the Pakistan T20 captain, is their captain."
Yeah, exactly. It's a good brand, and just having them, I'm just gonna love watching Bobby bat.
There you can see Umar Khan, Amir Yamin, Mohammad Amir, and what do you call Imad Wasim. They have 4 of their bowlers, their key bowlers intact. Yeah. Now they just need to add Dale Steyn to that, or somebody, you know, another pacer. Maybe pick up Mohammad Sami in the draft. That would be really interesting. He could come back. Roman Reis ko ye log utha le.
Yeah, I still think that Roman is a very underrated bowler. Injuries have been tough for him, but if he can come back, and he's got that leadership ability too, that he showed as a stand-in captain for Islamabad United. But Karachi again.
और रिजवान को भी इन्होंने निकाल दिया. That's very interesting. So they need a keeper who will be their option.
Keeper, exactly.
यार अगर इन्होंने बेंटन उठा लिया ना तो मेरा तो बिल्कुल ही.
What about Umar Akmal?
Umar Akmal, what about hasn't he been retained in
By who?
क्वेटा में है यार. क्वेटा ने शहजाद और उमर अकमल दोनों को रखे. They didn't retain Shane Watson, but they have the first pick, so that's understood.
No, they have retained Shane Watson.
They have retained. Yeah. Okay, sorry, they haven't retained Bravo and Narayan.
Yeah.
And they have the first pick in platinum, so you know it's a gift wrap for them. Now, if you add Narayan to Nawaz and Hasnain and Naseem, to yaar ye to.
You know, Clive just mentioned that bowling wins you T20 tournaments. I agree with him. And again, Peshawar has that. I see Karachi having that too now. Amir Steyn, Yamin.
If they get Dale Steyn.
Amir Steyn, Yamin, Imad Wasim as well. That's a pretty decent spinner.
हाँ spin तो इनकी ठीक है. It's not bad.
And then they've got the young stars in Umar Khan as well.
Umar Khan was very good.
He's a pretty good spinner as well. So Karachi looking like a good side. I see him.
यार they've always had a good team, but बस मनूसियत पड़ी हुई है ना सलमान.
Exactly.
सल्लू इकबाल की.
With that nucleus, I see them in the playoffs. But let's talk about the champions. We're gonna wrap up 2 minutes for the champions. Captain, fantastic. Sarfraz Ahmed retained. Muhammad Nawaz, Shane Watson, Emma Shahzad.
Yeah, Nawaz and Platinum. Can you imagine? Are we serious?
I am serious though, because he gets you wickets and he gets you. He's got a very healthy economy rate. So I know he's not the brand that you're looking for in the platinum.
नहीं, for them he's been amazing. इसमें कोई doubt नहीं है.
Then why not?
I'm just questioning the PCB's, you know, categories कि यार आपने नवाज को भी डाला, आपने फहीम अशरफ को.
I know a couple of Punjabi sides that would love having Nawaz on their side.
Which Punjabi side?
Lahore and Multan both could use a
हमने क्या करना है नवाज?
He's good with the bat. He's good with the bat at number 6 as well. By the way,
when has he ever performed with the bat?
He hasn't yet, but I know. He hasn't yet, but he has the ability to come in and tonk a few.
Yeah, we remember his 2 overs that won you the game against, you know.
Listen, I don't mind Nawaz getting that.
नहीं, of course you don't mind. I'm just saying कि
कि
PCB, because they give such harsh categories, फिर आप टीमों को फंसा देते हो ना, you reduce the flexibility.
if you talk about
और आपको क्या शौक है हर साल टीम तोड़ने का, जोड़ने का, हर साल 8 रिटेंशन, 6 रिटेंशन, 10 रिटेंशन. Let them keep who they like यार, keep it completely open. All that should matter is the salary cap. उसमें आप अपने आप को मैनेज करो. आपने जिसको जहां रखना है, आपने उमर अकमल को प्लेटिनम में रखना है या उसको इमर्जिंग में रखना है, वो आपकी मर्जी है.
Yeah, and as someone in marketing, also players and people build the brand. So
exactly.
if you keep disbanding the brand, the people are just gonna have to rebuild again and again. It's
अब इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड ने कोर क्रिएट किया, फहीम, शदाब और ये वो. अगर ज़ल्मी ने कोर क्रिएट किया, हसन अली और ये सब की, तो आप क्यों उनको प्रेशर पेनलाइज कर रहे हो, उनको प्लेटिनम में रखे? प्लेयर तो ऑब्वियसली ही विल लाइक द बेस्ट पॉसिबल डील. वो थोड़ी कहेगा कि मैं कम पैसे लूंगा.
That's a good point. And again, Clive is alluding to a conversation you had with him about how the team should decide the value of the player. Alam is saying, what does Osama Mir do to be retained? He hasn't even played in the past 2 seasons. Well, he hasn't played enough as he should have. But to be honest, every time he goes back to the domestic circuit, he just picks up bucket loads of wickets.
But the last 2 years, we saw Imad Wasim didn't even play Osama Mir, or Umar Khan bin ko mil gaya. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. Maybe.
But they should play him. That's my argument. That I think Karachi want to do well. They've got to play Osama Mir. Because
how will you fit him in the 11?
He's been being picked up by international leagues as well. I think he got
यार CPL में तो वो किसी को भी ले लेते हैं, उसमें क्या बंदा.
I think he was drafted for the South African league.
I'm just saying, how do you fit him in the lineup when you have Imad and you have Umar Khan, and you have 3 spinner तो आप नहीं खिलाओगे ना.
They've got too many spinners maybe, but again, that's not the worst.
And they released their keeper, so they're obviously going to make a big splash in the draft. I don't understand who they're going to go for. Probably Banton, because he played with Babar in Somerset as well.
Exactly.
तो अगर Banton उधर चले गया तो यार.
Team. Quetta Gladiators, again, a very solid team. Same old Emma Shahzad, Umar Akmal. Not happy with them being there, but they perform. So
yeah, why are you not happy with them? वो हर साल top
I don't like the fact that they're associated with the brand. They're pretty annoying, but again, they're getting.
You shouldn't like Azam Khan being associated with your brand. तब तो तुम उसको defend कर रहे थे. कह रहे थे उसको fat shame, slut shame नहीं करो, ये नहीं करो, वो नहीं करो.
Azam Khan, you can explore.
उसको नहीं retain किया. I think उतनी बड़ी truck नहीं थी उनके पास के retain कर लें उसको.
No, he's not been retained. I'm not sure if Moin Khan's been retained either. But
Moin Khan तो QG PSL winning coach है, उसको कौन निकालेगा?
Exactly. But Emma Shahzad, Umar Akmal, top run getters. So again, lucky to have them. Hassan Ali, a good backup to them as well. I see Quetta, Karachi, Peshawar and Islamabad in the top 4.
वो तो हमेशा ही top 4 में आते हैं. अब कौन सी आपने prediction दी थी?
मतलब I thought that something erratic would happen through Lahore and Multan, but unfortunately don't see that happening this season again. We're gonna have to.
Let me see who they have in their draft picks, because they have like 6 round 1 picks, so they can honestly make whatever team they like. They have 1 platinum and they have a diamond, they have a gold, so they can nicely fill up their holes as they like in the squad. Fawad Ahmed, हमने last year देखा, they did really well for them. The Australia based
yeah.
उसको अगर वो रिलीज कर देंगे, नारायण आ जाएगा probably, or I think they have to choose between Narayan and Bravo. So I would obviously take Narayan. He's a match winning spinner. So you combine that with Hasnain and Hassan Ali and Anwar Ali को भी इन्होंने retain किया या नहीं किया?
नहीं, Anwar's not been retained.
Wow, Anwar Ali, they're long time, लेकिन वो उसको फिर से redraft कर लेंगे.
Yeah,
वो तो मिल ही जाएगा.
It's going to be a difficult pick.
It will be interesting to see कि supply picks क्या होती हैं इन सब teams की.
Yeah.
Because that will be the one where you see कि यार थोड़ा सा balance ठीक हो जाता है टीमों का.
Well, it's going to be an interesting PSL. I think we're missing one huge variable. The games will happen in Pakistan this season. So all the players, all the batsmen, the bowlers are going to have to be accustomed to the conditions there. We'll be live for all of it. We'll be live for... we'll try to cover the draft as well and see who gets picked where. Hopefully, Lahore have a good season and maybe see Lahore and Karachi
हम जीत रहे हैं
at a higher scale at the PSL again. I have no doubt that Quetta will do as well as they have done in the past. We'll see you there and we'll see you at the preview of the Sri Lanka versus Pakistan Test Series as well next week. Until then, keep Pakistan cricket in your prayers and hopefully...
They really need them.
Yeah, we really, really need them. And hopefully the home series will bring some test points.
हाथ ऊपर करके बोलो ये खेल ही मन को भाए दिल की पुकार है यही प्यार है अब झूम के बोलो तुम जज्बा अंगार है तैयार है ललकार के बोलो तुम चल जोश दिखाते तू और बाजा बजा दे तू मैदान सजा दे तू ये खेल दीवानों का चल जोश दिखा दे तू और बाजा बजा दे तू मैदान सजा दे तू ये खेल दीवानों का चल जोश दिखा दे तू और बाजा बजा दे तू खिलाएगा जो हार को जीत बनाए धड़के जो तेरे सीने में वो दिल न कभी घबराए तेरी मेरी रगों में जो खून दौड़े है ये है वो गेम मेरे